My newest book, That Didn't Go As Planned, focuses on failure. Mainly, it focuses on failure in an attempt to try to make sure that you avoid the most common causes for it so that you can avoid failing in that particular way yourself. The most common sources of failure are not just in business, we see them in personal relationships, personal situations just as much. One of the easiest ways for a business leader, a person, or an organization to stumble into failure is through a simple pattern: promising the best case scenario and then running headfirst into reality. You see it constantly. A contractor tells someone, I can get that done for you in 2 weeks. Then the cabinets don't even show up within the 2 weeks. You don't hear back from the person. They have trouble getting the permits. They have trouble getting workers on site. And suddenly, the update becomes a series of explanations and excuses. A realtor promises a high selling price, and it's higher than the market will support. After several weeks of no offers, they have to go back to the client and explain that they really just told them that to get the listing in the beginning, and we're going to have to see about lowering the price now. Or a used car dealer. Oh no, you're not going to have any problems with this car. Until 2 weeks later, you're staring at a bill that came in the mail for your repairs. None of these situations necessarily start with bad intentions. Most of them are people just simply communicating the best possible outcome instead of the most realistic possible outcome. But the moment that the promise gets bigger than what reality can consistently deliver, the clock on disappointment starts ticking. Instead of reporting progress, people end up having to explain the delays, apologizing for the missed targets, renegotiating expectations after the fact, or just spends a lot of time giving status updates. The failure doesn't happen in the execution, but it's in the promise that you gave up front. There's a great pop culture example of the exact opposite, and it comes from Star Trek: The Next Generation. When the legendary engineer from the first original Enterprise, uh, Mr. Scott, is talking to Geordi LaForge, he's talking about the real secret of engineering. When somebody asks you how long a repair is going to take, you don't give them the exact time. If you think that the job's going to take 2 hours, you tell them 4. It's not because you're slow, it's that you're making sure that you're managing the expectations. Instead of giving constant explanations as to why something isn't finished yet, you walk in early and say that the work is already done. The outcome hasn't changed. The job still took 2 hours, but the perception of success is completely different. Scotty didn't make the engines work better. He made sure that he managed the expectations and allowed reality to win. When those interruptions that were going to happen came up, he didn't have to worry about it because he knew he had additional time. When promises are set too high, reality almost always looks like a disappointment. When expectations are managed correctly, the same performance suddenly looks exceptional. And that's the theme that shows up over and over again, and that didn't go as planned. Failure often isn't dramatic. It doesn't start with a catastrophe. It starts quietly. Sometimes it's the moment when someone promises more than reality can reliably deliver. Other times, it's some other problems we're going to be talking about on future episodes. Thanks for joining me.